Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Paying homage to the Lord Buddha 3 times, and then once again remembering the Bada Bhantiji and Kasava Bhantiji, and here the most respected Panyaloka Bhantiji, and all other senior Bhikkhu Sangha here, and Samanera, Anagarika, and dear faithful devotees, Upasaka and Upasika. It is very wonderful moment for us once again after a week. And there are many people still sleeping now in the Sunday, in the weekdays, weekend days, thinking that today is a Sunday, let us sleep more time, and today is free day, let us sleep. And there are many thousands and crores of people still sleeping, but you guys are waking up early in the morning thinking that if we go to the temple, we can earn lots of merits, we can cleanse our mind, we can do many kinds of meritorious deeds coming to the temple. So really, really very wonderful moment for all of you, and you all are really very fortunate beings and fortunate human beings that you thought out of crores of people you are the single person to come in here by thinking these very beautiful thoughts which came in your mind. So that's why I tell you again and again that you all are fortunate human beings. And then after coming here, you are not just sitting, just idle. You came here first and entered to the temple and pay respect to the Buddha, starting from your bodily level and then verbal level. And after that, you are thinking, you have done the puja also, and then you have took the Panchashila also, which is the principle for the happiness in our life. And after that, you have meditated also, and then you are now listening to the Dhamma also, which is something like rubbing our mind, to clean our mind, to clear the doubt, whatever we have in our mind, and then clearing, I mean the vision, we are clearing the vision of the Dhamma by hearing the talks of the monks or from listening. So I would like to tell you about how the Buddha have taught the different kinds of Dhamma to the different people and different attitude, different character, because we all human beings doesn't have the same character, same attitude. We all have different kinds of attitude and different kinds of character. So based on that, the Buddha have taught the sutta. So there is one sutta called Vitakka Santana Sutta, which deals with the 5 ways of distracting, how to remove the distractions thoughts in 5 ways. Normally, what happens with us is the problem is very small, but we make it very big, very huge. Actually, if we see with wisdom eye, wisdom, it is actually a very small, but we create it very big. That's why to come to the temple to listen and meditate is very important part of our life, at least for once in a week. So how the problem start, the problem start is not from outside, actually. It starts from within. If you grieve more, if you crave more, you have to grieve more. Crave less, grieve less. No craving, no grieving. So the Buddha says, in one saying that normally the most of the people in our life, in this world, we act like a foolish most of the time. And there are only few people who act very wisely by thinking, if I do this, it will happen like that. But normally what we do, we act most of the time very foolishly, thinking nothing about future, about what will happen with it will happen with me, and this will happen with us, like that. They doesn't think like that too much. They just keep on doing whatever they like. So the Buddha says in one example that this craving we call, this craving is like a fire. If you see the fire from the very far, it seems like very attractive to us. It looks very beautiful, but when we go into it, it is burning actually. So what happened, there are some kind of insect, like moth or some kind of flies. Whenever they see the fire, for them the fire is very attractive. They feel something that is very beautiful to go and eat. So what they do, they just go and dive into the fire, and then they burn themselves and die. So this is what happened with the insect. And there is one more example. It is given to the fish. So there is many kinds of trap the people use to catch the fish. So whenever the fish bite the hook, the fish also doesn't know the danger that if I bite that hook, the fish will die. The fish doesn't know that. So the fish go and bites the hook and eat. But what happened to the fish? And actually it is a trap for the fish. So whenever we see something like fire, okay, it seems very beautiful from the far, but when you dive into it, actually it is a trap for us. So the insect and the fish, they don't know actually the danger of those fire or trap. The Buddha says the human beings, they have the power of thinking. They know the danger of craving. If I crave, the danger will come. If I crave more, I have to grieve more. Still, we crave. Still, we grieve. So are we not foolish? The Buddha says. If I eat a lot, I will become fat and fleshy. We know that it is the danger, but still we crave for it. Craving is like you cannot, you cannot satisfy it. You have to stop somewhere. That's why it is a craving. It is a greed. It is a desire. You have to stop somewhere to stop the craving. You cannot satisfy. You eat today, tomorrow you get hungry again and you want to eat. Tomorrow you want to eat, today you want to eat ice cream. Okay, you fill up your tummy, and tomorrow again you will feel hungry and you want to eat again. So that's why it is called craving. It does not have ending. You have to end somewhere. That's why the Buddha says, Ye chittam sanyamesanti mokhanti marabandhana. Those who have control all these thoughts, they are the being who have cut off these all bondages. They are free from Mara. They have ripped off this so-called craving. Because our mind always goes there and we want to eat it and we crave for it, and after that we suffer. Like a fish or like an insect, they go to the fire and they kill themselves. And we are also doing same thing like that. So what happened? So one more example the Buddhas give. There was one very young, energetic person who, after seeing the danger in the life, in the family life, in the worldly life, he sees that there was lots of suffering, and then people are just deceiving and cheating one after another, to one after another, like that. So he sees the danger. But what happened after that? He thought to himself, okay, now I will become a monk and go to the jungle and practice meditations, and after that I will be free from all these dangers. So with that thoughts, he became a monk, and he goes to jungle to practice meditations. Alone, with one robe, there was nothing, one ball, nothing was there. So he went to the jungle to practice meditation. Again, it was not easy for him also to go alone to practice meditation in the jungle alone. It was not easy. So he went somehow to the jungle, and he managed to escape the worldly life and went to the jungle, and he started to meditate there in one hermitage and one hut. So it was going on after a week and 2 weeks. And after 2 weeks, what happened? There was one very small rat. It came. The monk was drying his clothes in one rope. Rat came and bite off some of his clothes, and it became a hole, So the monk, he came and checked up his cloth, and seeing the hole in his robe, he thought, now I have a hole in my robe. I have to do something for the rat. The rat is coming again and again to bite my cloth, and my clothes is everywhere, the tear up. So what should I do? The monk, that sannyasi, he thought that I should bring one cat from outside. So he goes to village and asks the people, can you please lend me one cat? So the villager gave him a cat to watch the rat around. But the problem is not end there. So next moment, what happened? The cat was very small. But to look up the cat, one more something, the milk he need every day. Some milk has to be fed to the cat. So the meditation, his peace of mind started to dwindle, started to coming down, decrease day by day by thinking all that. So the next moment he thought, I should have one she cow to keep the milk every day to the cat. So he goes to the village, and then he asks the villager, please lend me one more she cow. I have to feed the milk every day. I cannot come here again and to ask for the milk for my cat. So please lend me one she cow, so that I will do the milking every day and feed my cat. So it was something like it became a daily job for him to look after the cat and look after the cow for that monk. So he started to forget the meditation and peace of mind. Everything he started to forget that. He forgot everything. So it was very difficult for him also to spend there alone. So he started, then he goes again to the village. Now I want a woman to marry to look after the cat and the she cow. That is how he ended up his life, of a meditative life. So here the reason of telling all this is how we, with the small problem we started to the big level. Actually the main problem is that if he brings the needle and the thread, it is the solution, and he just stitch it up, and that is the end of the problem. And he made this small problem in a very big level, because of which he everything, the peace of mind and the thinking of this danger of the world, all this disappeared from his mind, and now he has to come back to the same life which he spent before. So our mind also always work like that. The problem which you have taught, which you have seen, and which you have heard somewhere, that is the point you have to think. There is the point you have to decide. Why should you go all the way to the here and there to find for the solution and asking for the solution? Of course, if you don't know the Dhamma, come to the temple and ask the questions. That is different. So normally, the reason of telling all this is because we don't know the small problem and we make it into big. So there are many problems in our life. There are many distractions in our life. The Buddha gave the 5 reasons, how to remove the disturbing thoughts, how to remove it. In Vitakka Santana Sutta, the first reason the Buddha says to the human beings, to the people, that a person should give attention to the wholesome thoughts, which is always associated with the generosity, meditations, loving kindness. So this is the first reason of removing the distractions thoughts. The second is, we should always think the danger in the unwholesome thoughts, unwholesome actions, bad thinking, negative word, negative speech. We should always think the danger in them. So this is the second. And the third one is, we should not pay attention to it. We should try to ignore the unwholesome action. Just ignore it. Don't pay attention. So this is the third. And the fourth is, we should think the thought formation, how it has formed, how it has came in our mind. So this is also one way to remove the unwholesome thoughts. And the last one is, we should, beat the mind with the mind. I will explain it later. How? By clenching your teeth and putting your tongue on pressing your mouth and clenching your tongue and pressing one of both above and both together and press it very tightly. That is how also you can control your mind. So this is the 5 ways in the Vitakka Santana Sutta the Buddha explained. The number 1, the Buddha explains like with the example that when we try to remove the bad thoughts from our mind, and we are not able to bring the good mind, the wholesome mind, how the Buddha explained that whenever you have any kinds of unwholesome thinking, you should think about the unwholesome deed you have done, you are doing. Like you are coming to the temple, think that you are coming to the temple, listening to the Dhamma and giving the dana to the Bhikkhu Sangha and helping the poor, think like that. That is how you can divide your thoughts, bad and good. So whenever any kinds of unwholesome thoughts coming in the mind, and it is not stopping, think like that. So this is the second way, or first way. And the second way, you are thinking always wholesome thoughts, but still your mind is in the negative way. The Buddha says you should think the danger in them. Like for example, if you are wearing a very nice cloth, jeans and jacket and sari, all kinds of beautiful clothes you are wearing, suddenly if somebody throws you some kind of excreta or cow dung, what will happen to you? You will say, chi, chi, chi. Just you will try to remove all this and you go to the toilet and wash it off. Right? So also this negative thoughts, whenever it comes to your mind, you should think like that. It is a very danger. You feel, so like if somebody throws you the cow dung and you feel very bad, so also you should think like that. Whenever any kinds of unwholesome thoughts comes in your mind, you should think. It is the same way. We are just carrying it all the way from day and night. Nobody thinks like that. Nobody is thinking that it is like a cow dung or some kind of excreta. Poops, dog poops, like that. And then third one, the Buddha said, if still you are not able to remove your unwholesome thought in this way, you should try to ignore it. Like you have a good eyesight, wherever you want to see, you see it. But if you don't want, you don't see it. So also, if any kinds of unwholesome thoughts coming into your mind, don't think it, just leave it, forget it, ignore it. That is how you can do. And the fourth one is, even if you are not able to ignore it and you are not able to forget it, think like the example the Buddha gives here. You have to think how it is arising in your mind. Think the process of arising, and because of this unwholesome thought is coming in my mind. I have seen something, that's why the craving is coming in my mind. That is how you have to think. The example that Buddha give here, if somebody is running very fast, and he says, he thinks that why I'm running very fast, let me now walk slowly. So he walked very slowly. So after that, he thinks himself, why I'm walking very slowly, let me sit down for a while. So the man sit down. And after that, the man thinks that, why I'm sitting down, let me lie. So he lie down. So in this way, he control the mind. So in this way, you also can control and remove the distraction thoughts from your mind. So the last one, if you are not able to do all this, even the distraction thought is coming again and in your mind, and the negative thought is coming in your mind. And the last option the Buddha gives, you have to beat your mind with the mind by clenching your teeth, roof of your mouth, both above and the below, and keep your tongue pressed very tightly and beat it. And if you do this, all the thoughts will go away, distraction thoughts will go away. Of course, all the energy which you have pressed very tightly to your tongue, it will come, all the thoughts will come in the body. So like there is a strong man, he grabbed the weak one, he press him and try to beat him down. So also you have to beat your negative thoughts like him. So this is how the 5 ways to remove the distraction thoughts whenever it is coming in our mind. So when these are the thoughts, these are the discourse the Buddha have given to the people, and whoever have practiced this, they are able to rip off all the craving and bondages, and they lead a very happy and beautiful life. After all, mind is the chief, Whatever happened, it happened always with the mind. So mind is the chief, it comes first, and then it gives whether happiness or suffering. So this is how we have to do, and this is how we have to practice, and this is how we have to think every day. So you all are very fortunate human beings coming here to the temple and practice the Dhamma, and listening to the Dhamma, and meditate you yourself, and give metta to all beings. So whatever you have done today and whatever we have done today, may all the merits comes to you and your family members and all beings. With this small Dhamma talk, I would like to end here, giving the metta to all of you. May you all beings be happy and well and progress on this path of spirituality. Bhavatu sabba mangalang rakhantu sabba devata sabba buddha nubhavena sabba dhamma nubhavena sabba sangha nubhavena sada soti bhavantu te. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.